that potential of some snow, some wintry weather around here as early as tomorrow, late in the afternoon going into this evening. We've got those first alert weather days again in place going starting today, and that will continue through Thursday, mainly in the morning hours for that frigid cold. We're talking not just cold weather in general, but dangerous cold. You need to protect your pipes, pets, checking on all your people if they don't have adequate heating the next couple of days. And then you throw in the potential of some wintry weather in the mix as well. Now, we saw that Arctic air mass move in today. We've got high temperatures only topping out in the upper 30s, low 40s, despite all the sunshine around. And it could get even colder than that the next couple of days for those daytime high temperatures and also overnight lows. Beginning at midnight tonight, a cold weather advisory will go into effect across the entire area. This is for that dangerous cold that's going to be in place later tonight through Tuesday morning to kick off your day tomorrow. Overnight low temperatures will drop probably around 20 degrees area wide, but I expect it to feel much colder than that. That's why this advisory will go into effect later tonight. You start to see wind chills drop below freezing by 8 o'clock this evening, and they will probably stay on the lower end all through the night through about Tuesday morning. Could be waking up with wind chills in the lower and middle teens, maybe single digits in some locations. So again, dangerous cold potential in play for tomorrow night and probably for the next couple of nights and days as well. Now let's talk about the chance of wintry weather as well. It's hard to believe that with all the sunshine in place today that that chance will be here in a little over 24 hours or so. It's from this system that's starting to develop just off the coast of Texas. This will send in the potential of some wintry weather to at least portions of the Midlands by tomorrow evening. Here's a look at one of our hour-by-hour forecast models. We start to see those clouds build in ahead of this system by Tuesday morning. They will likely linger around for most of the day. If we were to see any snow, that happens tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night. The big question mark is where does the snow band, how far north does it extend to? There's a big question mark around that, and that could lead to, the potential of whether you see snow, if you see impacts from that. We're thinking at least around the I-20 corridor and southward, you will have a chance of seeing at least some light snow showers for a couple of hours, but this isn't going to linger around long. In fact, by midnight, we likely get rid of this weather completely, and the sunshine breaks back out as we go forward into your Wednesday, but still very cold. So we think that if anything does fall, it will have the potential of freezing by Wednesday morning. All right, we have a question from Daisha, if you will. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Is Newberry getting any snow? I think Newberry will have the potential of maybe seeing snow, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a very good likelihood. Here's a look at our snowfall forecast. For much of the area, we may only see a trace to about 1 inch. Our best likelihood of seeing any sort of accumulating snowfall will be closer to I-95, maybe 1-2 inches of snowfall possible Tuesday into Tuesday night. So I would say Newberry, you probably have a lower chance of seeing snow compared to the rest of the area. What about Kershaw County? Again, I think that area will be on the lower end. If you do see any snow, maybe it's just a couple of flurries, a dusting at best. Higher accumulation amounts, if we see any across our area, will be felt south of I-20, probably closer to the I-95 corridor, where again 1-2 inches of snow is going to be more likely. All right, we have another question from Gregory. Could we see more than the current amounts forecast? It's pretty questionable right now. I would say that on the upper end of the scale, maybe we have a couple of localized amounts near 3 inches. Again, in our far most southeastern parts of the area at best. Most of the Midlands, we're talking near Columbia, Lexington, out towards Sumter, maybe again up to 1 inch at best. Minor impacts are expected from that. We're not expecting, these high-end impacts from this weather system. This is a look at our winter storm severity index, if it will pull up. And there we go. As you can see, south of I-20 has the best potential of seeing impacts, and right now it's pretty minor. So high-end impacts from the system aren't likely in the Midlands, but, if you travel on overpasses, bridges, it will have the possibility of, maybe seeing some slick spots through Wednesday morning, especially, anything that does fall might have the potential of refreezing. So we're going to be watching this very closely. This is a forecast to check back in for frequent updates over the coming hours through tomorrow because things could possibly change. It's a little difficult sometimes to forecast snow here in South Carolina. So we're going to be watching this closely. That's it for your afternoon live stream. Join us for your news at 5 in just a few hours. You can find all these stories and more on our website at WISTV.com. We'll be back on air at 5 p.m. with your daily newscast.